Video I'm gonna do it in English because I think that the best way in order to understand and to learn a language is to speak it. So I'm gonna speak about a book that is called High Performance Habits, and we can understand this book with these two important phrases. Number one is tension to intention, and number two is identity through necessity. So at the beginning these two phrases seems very complicated, but in reality they are really simple. So what does the number one mean? Tension to intention. In order to understand this, I have to explain you with a story. So I have to tell you a story in order to understand this tension to intention. There was this guy, a CEO of an important company, and he called the guru and he told to him, "Look, I'm passing through a terrible time and I want to change this terrible time, especially with my wife. We always are angry with each other, so I want to change the situation." And this guru explains to him how to do it, and this was how he did it. So this man, this CEO, that means an important man of a company, like a manager, this CEO went home, and before he opened the door of his house, he stayed like in this position, did a big breath, and then releases all of his tensions. So he releases his tensions, and then he decided what type of feelings he wanted to bring with him while in his house. So he releases his tension, and then he decided, okay, now that I release all of my tension and all of the things that happened to me, in the day, so now I'm new. He did a brainwash of himself, and then he reprogrammed his emotions, and he told to himself, now I have to be very gently, very nice to my wife. And then he entered to his house and passed the night with his wife. And then the morning after this happened, he called the guru and he told him, "Look, I passed the best night of my life with my wife, so I really have to thank you." So what does this story mean? It means that whatever we do, we have to, before we do it, we have to reprogram our brain in order to do it in the best way possible. For instance, when we go to the gym, before we open the door of the gym and enter to the gym, we must do this thing. We must reprogram, we must release all the tension we have, we reprogram our mind, our brain, and then we have to say to ourselves, okay, now what I want my feelings to be in order to be a beast in the gym. So my feelings would be like, I want to be energetic, I want to be very motivated, and I do it in my mind, and then go to the gym, and this thing, it's like a very psychological thing that really helps. Second thing, so reprogram your emotions, because you don't have to be a slave of your emotions, but you have to control it. So control your emotion and not be a slave. And in order to do it, you have to do this thing, like release all the tension and then reprogram your mind. Second thing is identity through necessity. This can be explained with a story of Sun Tzu, that is a man who wrote an important book called The Art of War, and he told that the best war he has ever fought was when they were against two mountains, and the enemy were all around of them, and they didn't have any way to go out. But since they don't have any way to go and to escape, they really fought a tremendous, a beautiful war. Because when there is the necessity, it is the time when we really are very powerful. So the idea is that we have to create the necessity in our life in order to reach a goal. So what, for instance, if someone has an identity, like he's known to be a guy that knows a lot of geography. Since he has this identity, he is more like he's more motivated to learn about geography, because this is his identity. He's a man who knows lots of geography, so he can't have a low esteem of himself, and he can't do like a bad wait, my English is suffering now. Anyway, so what does this mean? It's like we have to create an identity that fits with our goal. You know, you want to be very, very successful at school, then create an identity that you are good at school, so that people in front of you thinks that you are good, and then you can't be not good, because if you be not good, then the people would be like, no, what the fuck, this isn't you, you are very good. So you will be necessitated to be good and to study hard, because people and you have an identity that is a smart guy. Okay, so it's like complicated, but it is complicated because I can speak English, but in reality it is very simple to understand. You know, if you know a guy that goes this example could explain better what I want to what I mean. You know, if you want to go to gym, okay, very often, in my you have to be like the guy of the gym. Okay, you have to tell to your friends, look, now I would be 100% in the gym. You have to do photo in the gym and say, okay, I'm going to the gym. I be a very, very effective guy in the gym, and then you will create this identity of a gym man. Okay, and then when you created this identity, it is done, because you can't you can't not go to the gym, because if you don't go to the gym, then you will be like a loser to yourself and to the others. So create an identity that fits with your goal. So identity through necessity, because only when necessitated we can do the best things. So the necessity is like this mindset that you set up to you. So you say, no, I'm be like very, very effective at the gym. So if you don't go one time, you will feel very, very bad. So you will go. Okay. So necessity through identity, and the other thing is release the stress in order to recreate the emotions you want. So this was the video of today. It was really, really difficult doing this video, because I'm not accustomed to speak English. See you tomorrow.